I've had much suffering this week observing and participating with the consumption here at the Sangha. Many of the products that we have been using and eating are not of the highest integrity. Two of which I could mention would be the toilet paper, no recycled content, so we've all been wiping our bums with fresh trees, which inevitably destroy habitat and animal life. The other is the food, much of which is not organic. One example of extreme concern being the bananas we've been eating. They come from a company called Chiquita. This is a company that's known to have been participating in genocide in Central America all the way up until 1988. These people that perpetrated these crimes were never brought to justice. They're still free, they're still wealthy and rich. Many of the products are bought from places like Walmart, which are known human rights abuses, especially in Southeast Asian countries where their manufacturing practices take place. And I have spoken with many brothers and sisters about this week, in particular the monastic in charge of doing purchasing. We spoke yesterday in brief about the subject. My question springs from his answer. When pressed on this, it was that the Sangha is limited in resources and limited in money and potentially limited in options to source these higher quality, ethical products. This is the most common answer given around the world, for people. It's like, well, I can't afford to buy these things. I can't afford to, eat this organic food or to support these local farms. We're clearly living in a time of economic warfare with manipulations of currencies and easy money flowing to these companies. So my question is that okay? Is the lack of money or resources or supply, where do we go? How do we get there?
It's not exactly lack of money, but the lack of understanding and love. When we organize a retreat like this, something happens. No one eat meats and drink alcohol in six days in a row. That is something very positive. No one try to insult or say angry words to another person. That's something very good, very positive. Everyone is trying to restore peace in their body, in their feelings. That is very good. And if we do like them, we have more peace, we have more loving kindness. It's very easy to persuade them to change in small things, like buy paper toilet that kind that is less polluting. These things are very easy to change. I have seen ecologists who are very angry. There's a lot of pollution in them, anger, impatience, hate, violence. And they cannot serve the cause of the environment by that kind of energies within them. So the activist should change himself first, should have a lot of understanding, compassion, the way of speaking, the way of thinking, and then it becomes much easier for them to help, rather than to demand and to criticize and so on. I think we have to recognize that we are making a lot of progress on the path. We have been refraining from eating meat, using dairy products, not eating eggs and dairy products many years. And these kind of things are real progress. And in the community, as you know, no one of us has a bank account. No one has a private car. No one has a private home, and so on. And everyone is sharing. So that is something very positive. You have to see these positive things. And the other things, now we can slowly realize it's not difficult. The most difficult thing is to live happily as a Sangha. And if you have that, everything will happen. Everything positive will happen. So don't worry too much. Use your time and energy to build a happy Sangha with brotherhood and sisterhood.